England have smashed a new world record one-day score, beating the previous mark of 444 by pulverising Australia's bowlers at Trent Bridge. England beat the score in the 46th over of the third ODI against Australia on the back of centuries from Jonny Bairstow and Alex Hales. Bairstow smashed 139, his fourth ODI century in 2018, while Hales hit 147 and took England past the old mark with a massive 6, the 21st of the innings. Roy Bairstow give England flying start. There were half-centuries for Jason Roy 82, and Owen Morgan, who hit a 21-ball 50. And in the process became England's all-time leading run scorer in ODIs, going above Ian Bell, who had 5,416 career runs. The previous ODI record of 3,444 was set by England on this same ground 2 years ago against Pakistan. Australia captain Tim Paine had won the toss, his third in succession, and opted to bowl under overcast Nottingham skies with a hint of rain in the air. It was quickly pouring runs. England had looked on track to threaten a score of 500, such was the pace, but Australia's bowlers at least avoided that humiliation as they benefited from England throwing the bat. Jhye Richardson picked up 2 wickets in as many balls in his final over to finish with 3-92. Ashton Agar was the most economical of the Aussie bowlers, with his 10 overs conceding 70 runs, while he claimed the wicket of the in-form Bairstow. Andrew Tye came in for particular punishment, and despite curbing the damage late with a series of wide Yorkers, he finished with figures of 0 to 100 from 9 overs. Australia twice claimed catches that were called no balls for being above waist-high full tosses, once off Tye and another off Marcus Stoinis, whose 8 overs went for 84. Morgan smashed 6 from Stoinis to take him to a 21-ball 50, the quickest in England's ODI history, and in the process became his country's all-time leading ODI run scorer, going above Ian Bell's mark of 5,416 career runs. The highest List A score of all time remains the 4-496 England county side Surrey hit against Gloucestershire in 2007. While England were in the midst of the run-scoring spree at Trent Bridge, an India A team hit 4-458 in a one-day match against Leicestershire. It had been, for a short time, the second highest 50-over score. England were on track to set a new world record from the very start, as they raced out of the blocks with Bairstow taking 14 runs from Richardson's first over. The 300 came up in the 34th over, and the 400 9 overs later in the 43rd. They had passed the previous world record mark when Hales launched the innings' 21st 6 into the Fox Road stand with more than 3 overs to go. Australia used 8 bowlers before the halfway mark of the innings, and all of them came in for heavy abuse. Only Travis Head, a handy spinner himself, Shaun Marsh and wicketkeeper Paine didn't roll the arm over. Australia's frontline attack was the least experienced since the very early days of one-day cricket, with Tant 7 games, Ashton Agar 7, Jhye Richardson 3, and Billy Stanley 4. Stanley had come back into the 11 for Kane Richardson, who, with 17 ODIs to his name, is the most experienced bowler on this Qantas tour of the UK, but was left sidelined having played in the first 2 matches. Bairstow was given out on 27 when he was struck in front by Agar in the spinner's first over, but had the decision overturned when Hawkeye tracked the ball bouncing over the stumps. He was then dropped in the next over by Stoinis, who spilled a tough chance running back towards the boundary. The rebound off the turf clocked him in the forehead for good measure, and if that wasn't punishment enough, Bairstow laced the next 2 balls to the boundary. Bairstow's 50 came in just 39 balls, and Roy had his half-century soon after from 41 balls. It took some sharp work and a strong throw from Darcy Short to make the breakthrough, although Roy's error of judgment was largely responsible for his own run-out on 82. Hales, playing on his home ground, was brutal at number 3, and when he put 6 back over Agar's head into the upper section of the Radcliffe Road stand, he had his 50 from just 38 balls. Bairstow eventually fell for 139 when he smashed Agar hard and flat but straight to Jai Richardson on the deep mid-wicket boundary. An unrelenting England promoted Jos Buttler up to number 4 ahead of Joe Root and Morgan, but he made just 11 before smashing Richardson high where Aaron Finch settled under a catch on the long-on fence. Hales, however, continued on his 147, the top score in an England innings few will forget anytime soon. Qantas stars of the UK and Zimbabwe ODI squad: Tim Paine, C. Aaron Finch, VC Ashton Agar, Alex Carey, Travis Head, Nathan Lyon, Glenn Maxwell, Sean Marsh, Michael Nessa, Jai Richardson, Kane Richardson, Darcy Short, Billy Stanley, Marcus Stoinis, Andrew Tye. England ODI squad: Owen Morgan, C. Moeen Ali, Johnny Bairstow, Jake Ball, Sam Billings, Jos Buttler, Tom Curran, Alex Hales, Liam Plunkett, Adil Rashid, Joe Root, Jason Roy, Ben Stokes injured, David Willey, Chris Wokes injured, Markwood T20 squad: Aaron Finch, C. Alex Carey, VC Ashton Agar, Travis Head, Nick Maddinson, Glenn Maxwell, Jai Richardson, Kane Richardson, Darcy Short, Billy Stanley, Marcus Stoinis, Mitchell Swepson, Andrew Tye, Jack Wildermuth. Qantas tour of the UK: June 7, Australia beat Sussex by 57 runs at home. June 9, Australia beat Middlesex by 101 runs at Lord's. June 13, England won by 3 wickets at the Oval. June 16, England won by 38 runs in Cardiff. June 19, 3rd ODI, Trent Bridge, DN. June 21, 4th ODI, Durham, DN. June 24th, 5th ODI, Old Trafford. June 27th, only T20, Edgbaston, DN. Qantas T20I Tri-Series Tour of Zimbabwe: July 1st, Zimbabwe vs Pakistan; July 2nd, Pakistan vs Australia; July 3rd, Australia vs Zimbabwe; July 4th, Zimbabwe vs Pakistan; July 5th, Pakistan vs Australia; July 6th, Australia vs Zimbabwe; July 8th, final.